How y'all doing tonight? Feels good to be back from the hospital. Finally home here with the baby. I want to thank all y'all for your comments on the video there I posted up with a baby update in the hospital. So tonight I want to make some chicken and dumplings for the wife. You know, she can't have nothing spicy with the baby and everything. It's going to be a pretty good little recipe here. Let me show you what we're going to do. I got a pot. You know, just get about your biggest pot here. I've got some chicken broth that I made, and you've seen me make chicken broth a bunch of times. You just get your whole chicken and all that good stuff. And you're going to fill your pot up with chicken broth. I'm going to do that in just a second. Okay, so when we get this totally full of chicken broth, you're going to scoop her out of there. Put as much as you can in the pot. Probably try to get about 3/4 of the way full. Okay, so I got some fresh chicken broth in here and some bag of frozen chicken broth I had. Also, I had to put about 3 or 4 cups of water in there. So I had some of this berry bouillon, this chicken base. Even if I didn't put a few cups of water in there, I'd still add this. This is going to add a little bit of salt to it. It's going to add a lot of flavor. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of that berry bouillon chicken base in here. Alright, that's really going to take it up. Now go ahead and put this on the stove on, about medium-high heat. Okay, now to go with that chicken and dumplings, I'm going to make some cornbread here tonight. So I got a black cast iron skillet here. Let's see if I can scoot you back so you can see. And I'll go ahead and put some vegetable oil in there. It's open. Okay, just want to put a little bit in the bottom. I don't know, about it'll just cover the bottom there, about an 1/8 inch. Then, let's see, let me get a rag. Just a towel or something. Kind of fold that over. And kind of get some up there on the sides. Get up everywhere, just like that. Get all over the sides, okay? It's all in, and we'll put this in a 450-degree oven and heat this. I do apologize about that, saying I put it in there on 450, that pan with the oil in there. No, put it in there in a coal oven and start getting it to preheat to 450. Alright, now, so when we'll make the cornbread mix, I got a 1.5 cups of mix. I use this kind right here. This is Martha White. Go ahead with that. Then I'm going to put, let's see. This is a cup of flour. Put that in there. And I got a cup of sugar. Put that in there. Let me get my stir real quick. Alright. Then I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil. Because I had some in the pan already. Maybe 1/8 of a cup. Something like that. That in there. And I've got 2 eggs and a cup of milk, just all mixed up in here. I just was running out of containers, alright? So let's give this a mix and see what it looks like. Now, normally I put jalapenos in here, I'll put some, bacon or something like that, but like I said, this has got to be bland for the wife tonight, or she can't be having any of that stuff for the baby. So now, I'm going to mix that up. Now it's looking a little bit thicker than I want it, so I'm going to add a little bit more of this buttermilk. Just a splash there, probably about a, 1/8 of a cup. I'm going to turn it a couple more times with this. Now I'm going to put it over on my electric mixer. Okay, so the oven just beat. That hot pan's ready. I'm going to get out and I'm going to dump this cornmeal in there, the cornmeal mix. I'm going to put it back in the oven at 450. Okay, now I got the pan out ready. Go ahead and show you, man. You gotta be careful with this pan. It's flaming red hot. We'll go ahead and get your mix. Dump it all in there. Go ahead and make sure that's all mixed in good. And don't worry if it don't spread out right at first. It will. And also, it's gonna, you know, what bakes is gonna rise too. Now you see it sizzling and all the oil and everything out there, that's good. What that's doing, that's forming that nice crust there on the outside. The little crust on the bottom of that cornbread. Go ahead and just give it a little stir like that. Remember, this pan, this oil is smoking hot, okay? Be careful. Now, I like to use one of these little dividers sometimes. It just came with this pan. But be sure you spray this down, spray it down with, I use that baking pan for baking, or else it'll just stick to these things. So go ahead and put that in there. I'm stick it back in the oven for 20 minutes on 450. Alright, now let's go ahead and get these dumplings started. The chicken dumplings. What I've got here is 2 cups all-purpose flour. I'm going to put a little salt in them. Let me see. No particular measurement, I don't guess. I'm going to shake some in there. Probably about a teaspoon is what I put in there normally, but since I don't have all the salt I got, it's in this shaker. It's not kosher salt. You don't want to put kosher salt in something like this, because it make grain be lumpy. Alright, we got that in there. Just a little bit of cracked black pepper. Everything, give them a little bit of flavor in here. Now, I'm going to put some ice cold buttermilk in there. 2 cups of flour, and I got about 3/4 cups of buttermilk there. Start out with just a little bit. Start folding this in like that. Making a little crater. A little bit. Fold this in like that. A little crater. Go ahead with the rest of it. Alright? Now it's important. You don't want to over mix this. So you don't want to use your big mixer or nothing like that. You want to work with your hands. And you want to just mix this all into a ball. Which should be a thick putty like. Just go ahead and, you don't get the claw hands, but that's what we got to deal with here. Let's go ahead and just mix all this in together. Meanwhile, you want to flour your surface to roll it out on. Okay, what we're going to do, go ahead and flour your surface here. Let's just put some flour down on the counter here. It's be fine. Clean that up later. Okay. Spread it out a little bit like that, I guess. You can tell I don't bake much. I don't know much about this flour. Now, so I'm going to finish working this. Oh, by the way, put some flour in your hands here first. I went back and did that. And it helps out a lot, from what I'm told. Okay. Get all this milk. You want to make sure though you use a real cold milk, or some people just use the ice water. I think I want to use the buttermilk. It'd be better. We'll mix that in. We'll spread it out here. Okay, so alright. Go ahead. Like I said, I normally don't make my own dumplings, so I'm going to try it this time. Normally I just get those Mary B's frozen dumplings. They say it's a lot better if you make your own. Let's go ahead and throw that out there like that. And take this rolling pin, roll them just a little bit. They say don't put much pressure on it, just do it like this. This way and this way. Until we get them all the way out on the counter. I'm going to go about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's about it. Be going like this, going like this. Whoop. Can't get in a hurry. Sure can't get in a hurry. I'm going to get a little more flour on that rolling pin. A little more flour. Roll on like this and this. We're just going to keep on going like that. Okay, so continuing this rolling out here. Let's say just going this way and that. It's just taking a little bit, but you just got to take your time with this type of a thing. because you want this to be thin dumplings here, because they're going to thicken up once they hit that hot water. And it don't have to be no perfect circle, making a pizza or nothing here. It's just going to roll out until we get it as thin as we want it to. And like I said, before I've used the frozen dumplings and they work just fine. I just wanted to try it this time for the sake of it. And by the way, this is where my grandmother used to do it, you know. She'd always make them by hand. I took that cornbread out of the oven, I can tell you that. And it's sitting there, sitting on the counter now. So it looks real good. But this looks, let's see, about as thin as we want it now. Let me roll it out a little bit more even here. Let's see, yeah, it's about an 1/8 of an inch. I'm gonna go just a little bit thinner. Maybe one like that, and then we'll go one like that, like that, like that. Now we're just gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes and just let it rest. Just let it rest. Okay, now what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut this. I used a pizza cutter, and I'm gonna try to use. Just go across it like that. Cut them about maybe 1-inch strips. Go about like that. And let's see if they're gonna. We'll go ahead and cut it all right now, I guess. I just gotta hope they pick up off of here. Come about 3 inches long or so. Right now, I've got another sheet here, some flour on it that I'm used to transport them. So let's just pick these guys up, lay them on this. We just lay them on the sheet, we'll transport them over the stove. Okay, now we got them on this tray here, or half of them at least. Got them over this boiling broth. Just gonna lower them down one by one into that broth. Man, they're gonna get some nice flavor like that too. Try to not lay them on top of each other or anything. Let them boil just for a second, just kind of seal the outside up a little bit. And what this also going to do, eventually this is going to thicken up the broth, because you got a lot of flour on here. Just go ahead and just load them in just like this until you get all these loaded on. And then we'll start with the next batch. Okay, got the first batch in. So let them sit here and cook on top of the water. I'm going to go in with the second batch of dumplings. Put them one on top of another. That's fine. These other ones have been cooking for a while, for a minute or two. So, let's dump these on just for a second. Trying to break them up. We'll just let them cook. They'll probably take about 20 minutes. Let these cook here for about 20 minutes. What I like to do is put this lid on here and let them steam for a few minutes, probably about 5 minutes, then we'll dunk them under a little bit. Okay, now that it's cooked with the top on for about 5 minutes, go ahead and take that off. And feel the, be careful with these dumplings, I see. You don't want them to fall apart. It's light as clouds now. Real good, that's how you want them. Stir them around just a little bit. Now we'll go ahead and add a little creamy chicken soup. Okay. Got 2 cans of cream and chicken soup here. Get here. Nah. Gotta find something. Hold on. Okay. I'm folding in some shredded chicken that I had baked a little while ago. It's gonna be real good right here. I also, like I said, I put in 2 cans of this cream and chicken soup. You know, these noodles have been cooking. So 2 cans of cream and chicken soup and about a pound or 2 of just shredded chicken. Okay, now I'm gonna fix your plate. She's got a nice piece of that cornbread here. Let's see, get some of these dumplings. Whoa, on this chicken. Oh, that's good there. A little bit of broth. There we go. Nice chicken and dumplings with that cornbread. Oh yeah, I guess we need to give it a taste. Go ahead and get this dumplings here with this good broth. That's real good. Light dumplings with that rich chicken broth. Good dish there.